What if I told you the most iconic Yellowstone character, John Dutton himself, might be making a comeback even after his death? Sounds impossible, right? But if there's one thing we've learned about the Dutton universe, it's that nothing is ever truly off the table. Yellowstone has been expanding at an incredible pace. First came the gripping prequel 1883, then the era-defining 1923, and of course, the upcoming 4/6s. As if that wasn't enough, more spin-offs are now in development, with stories centered around characters like Madison and Case Dutton's Y. Marshalls. But the latest rumor making waves is arguably the most exciting of them all. A new spin-off series that could center on John Dutton himself. Now yes, John Dutton is technically dead within the main storyline, but that's where the franchise's love for prequels comes in. The perfect storytelling tool to revisit and expand on characters' pasts. This rumored series would explore the early years of John Dutton's life, long before his tragic demise, and give fans a deeper understanding of the man behind the legacy. Of course, this raises the question, with Kevin Costner out of the picture, who would portray John Dutton? The answer is surprisingly simple: Josh Lucas. He has already played the younger version of John Dutton in 9 episodes, 5 of which were in Season 5, Part 1 alone. And every time he was on screen, he brought a rawness and depth to the role that made viewers want more. Sadly, that's exactly what we didn't get. In Part 2 of the season, Josh Lucas's version of John was nowhere to be found, aside from a fleeting photo cameo in the finale episode, Life is a Promise. It was as if he'd vanished, and with him, a chance to process the loss of the character. Those early flashbacks in Season 5 were gold. Watching young John interact with a teenage rip-wheeler added so much to the story, enriching the emotional layers between characters we thought we already knew. Josh Lucas embodied a version of John Dutton that felt authentic and alive, with a presence that hinted at the weight he would eventually carry. It's frustrating, then, that just as his arc was gaining momentum, it was abruptly cut off. And when John died, it felt rushed and empty. His final appearance in A Knife and No Coin didn't carry the gravity it should have. There was no build-up, no emotional fallout. Then, in the Season 5 Part 2 premiere Desire Is All You Need, the show jumped ahead. One moment he was there, the next, gone. No real mourning, no flashbacks, no closure. Fans were left hanging. Even Taylor Sheridan admitted that Kevin Costner's sudden departure forced the storyline to be cut short. And it showed. Every major character, Beth, Rip, Jamie, had emotional arcs to wrap things up. But for John, nothing. A character who carried the weight of the entire series got a send-off that barely registered. That's why this rumored prequel feels less like a spin-off and more like a necessary chapter, a way to restore what was lost and finally give John Dutton the tribute he deserves. Josh Lucas has said more than once that he'd be thrilled to return to the role. He's ready. The fans are ready. The only thing holding it back seems to be Taylor Sheridan himself. Some say his falling out with Kevin Costner has soured his view of the character, that he's pushing John Dutton out of the story entirely, first with a rushed death, and now with delays on anything that might bring him back. But John Dutton isn't just a character, he's the heart of the franchise. Erasing him would mean erasing what made Yellowstone special in the first place. So whether it's personal or political behind the scenes, one thing is clear. The story of young John Dutton is far from over. And this prequel, if done right, could be the key to bringing back the soul of Yellowstone. Here's hoping Taylor realizes that before it's too late, and that we'll see a full-fledged John Dutton spin-off starring Josh Lucas in 2026. For now, be sure to like and follow for more weekly updates on the Yellowstone universe. And don't miss the next video. It might just reveal the next big chapter for the Dutton legacy.